good selection of terracotta pots. Like, there's little mini ones. I think we'll go for the large ones, guys, because we'll be able to put our edible flowers in them. So yeah, we'll get how many? 6 of them? Yeah, sounds good. Perfect. Okay, don't judge me. I have done nothing to this since last year. These, let me just show you. Are you watching? Are parsnips. Yep. All the leftover crop from last year. So I need to take all them out and actually use them. I'm going to make some soup, I think, with them. I've also got some beetroot along here, some leeks, some onions, and a very overgrown kale that is now completely went to flower. So that's all coming out as well, and then I'm going to start again. So watch this space, because it will soon look a lot more maintained than the absolute mess that it is. It's good to show you these things rather than just showing you, oh, how amazing things are. This is how it goes when you don't spend time doing things. But the weather's been horrible, so I'm giving myself a bit of a break because of that. But yeah, the good thing is this is really a really satisfying job. Are you watching? Oh, so satisfying. Look how fast that's cleared that space. Easy. And the sun's out. Birds are singing. Can you hear them? Flowers are looking beautiful. Some butterflies. I'm just going to enjoy my time in the garden.
There's a new day that will come again tomorrow. There's a new day to wash away the pain. There's a new day to take away your sorrow.
So I am far from being finished. I did a bit more work after I finished that time lapse, but this is the haul I've got. Quite a lot. So I'm going to do, there's loads of leeks, some onions, some red onions, and some parsnips. So I think I'm going to go and cut all the extra bits off of these and then take them inside and give them a wash up. And then tomorrow I will make a nice parsnip leek soup for tomorrow. I'll put some potatoes in as well, and that'll be our lunch tomorrow. But it's supposed to be a nice day tomorrow, so it might not be something that we'll eat tomorrow. I might just pop it in the freezer. But yeah, not too bad. I've still got all this to clear. Getting there, getting there. That's one onion that was a bit mushy, so it's there. But yeah, I get there, and then Steve's going to help me rotivate this tomorrow, which is good. See, it's getting there. Better than it was, for sure. I forgot about my beetroot as well. There's a few of these too. So there's another one there, look. It's a bit bigger. So I'm going to go and pop them into, I'm going to cut off all the leaves and take them inside. So sadly, a lot of my parsnips were quite soft. I've still got a couple there. And then I've cut the ends off the leeks because I did that with the spring onions. I'll show you inside. I've done that with the spring onions, and I can create more spring onions from the ends. And then I've got my leeks there, an onion, some onions, and I'm just going to make potato and leek soup. So it still works out fine. Just a shame I should have taken them up a bit sooner. We're going to go inside and wash these up ready for making the soup tomorrow. And it looks like the clouds are going to start raining now, even though it's not forecast until tomorrow. So I'm going to go clear all of the bits I've taken out and move them just now, and then I'm going to head inside and make the pizzas for pizza movie night. So these are the spring onions that I was talking about. So you just basically cut them. You can see where I cut them and where they're growing. And now they're almost ready to go outside, and I'll plant them in the ground again. And then these are my leeks. So hopefully they will start sprouting, and once they do, I'll pop them back outside. Just had an idea, and I can use my red onions on my pizza tonight. So I'm going to wait to chop them up for that. But how nice is it seeing this taken in from my garden? Yeah, it's raining. Pouring with rain. But perfect for snuggling down in front of a movie. Children are on the trampoline having the best time, getting completely soaked in the rain. It's so warm. It's like between 14 and 18 degrees outside. And greenhouse is roasting as well. But how nice is this? Proper little country kitchen. This needs a little bit of sorting out. I have been watering it, but I'll need to prune that. But yeah, isn't that just a lovely sight? Just love it. Oven's on. I'm going to go and do the pizza now. And of course, as well, it wouldn't be a Friday or a Saturday night. I'm using one of Steve's beer glasses. I like the shape of it. I don't like the writing on it, but I like the shape of it. Yeah, it wouldn't be a Friday night without a trip. These are my favourite, the peach and ginger flavour. This is what we have used to replace our alcoholic beverages at the weekend, just to make it feel like it's the weekend. I really like them. About 3 of them gives me the same sort of relaxing buzz that a glass of wine does. And they're 15, they've got 15 milligrams of premium CBD in them and only 21 kilocalories, but they taste amazing. We've tried some other ones. Trip's definitely our favourite. This is my favourite flavour. I like the lemon basil next as my second favourite, and my least favourite, but I still would drink it, but it's Steve's favourite, which works out really well, is the elderflower and mint. It's not my favourite one, but it works out really well because it goes that way. But the peach and ginger, oh, just amazing. So I've poured myself one of those before I go and start prepping the pizzas.
That looks yummy.
Does it yummy, doesn't it?
Old ways get washed out by the rain.
Hello and good afternoon. I was supposed to be vlogging this morning. I've been driving all day because I did a thing. I was going to vlog this morning, but if I'm completely honest, I was a little bit panicked and a little bit worried because a few weeks ago, I found this on Facebook Marketplace. Now, usually I've got a bit of a radius of how far I'm willing to travel for things. I just loved this and I spent ages. I had it saved, you know, you save it, and then I looked for other ones. And I've been looking for a while for a sideboard. That's what it is. And I've been looking for ages for a sideboard. I could never find one I loved. And then this one came up. Can you see? It's got beautiful barley spindle legs, or whatever you call them. Barley spindle legs, I think they're called. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But it was down in Stirling. I said to Steve it was north of Stirling, but when I got closer to Stirling and then I went past the junction for Stirling, I realised this is actually south of Stirling. So beautiful place it came from. Such a lovely lady as well. She kept it for me until this week. They've just sold their house. They're downsizing. The house is beautiful. Absolutely stunning. It was an old house and it had an extension put on, but the old house is sort of whitewashed, you know, the sort of whitewashed walls. And the original house was built in 1839, and this table was left behind by the previous owners. They've been in 40 years. So she has no idea how old it is. She used it for storing her piano books in, so her music books. But it's a beautiful sideboard. It's really not needed right now. I've got loads of half-finished projects. It's always the same, but that's me. I'm not buying any more. I said that. Did I say that last time? I think I said that last time. Yeah. Actually, maybe I shouldn't say it like publicly because then I'll have to stick to it. But this is the last thing I'm going to buy until I've finished all my projects. Got to be. I can't keep on having half-finished things because then I get so depressed that I haven't done the jobs that I want to get done. But to be fair to me, there is a reason for having this because it's going to contain all the movie night sweeties. I am fed up of having chocolate exposed and available to eat at any moment underneath the coffee table in the lounge. So this idea is to have everything hidden away, nice and neat and tidy. It gives me a bit more storage as well, it's always a good thing. So it was a nice drive, 2.5 hours there, 2.5 hours back, 5 hours in the car today. Yeah, don't ask me about the cost of fuel because this car is now £160 to fill. I used half a tank. So add that onto the purchase price, which was a total steal. I don't think she realised how valuable this item is. So I actually purchased it for £50. I'm hoping that when I say that, people go, oh yeah, that's totally worth it. Because that's what I was telling Steve. Rather than going, oh, you paid too much for that when you add on the petrol too. But what a lovely day it was anyway. It was lovely to meet her. She kept it for me as well. And she is delighted that it's going to a nice home. Not that she knows my home, but when she met me, she went, oh, I'm so glad it's going to a lovely home. So that's good. She reminded me of myself and what I'm going to be doing, probably moving out of this house in the next 20, 30 years when the children have flown the nest and it's too big for us. But I hope we'll stay here until we retire. When I plan out the kitchen garden and when I'm planning out doing stuff in the garden, it's all kind of preparing myself for retirement because I know fine that I am going to completely miss having the children here to look after. And I know that I'm going to be like that. I already know how I'm going to be. And I am preparing myself now when I do things in the garden. I go, oh, when we're retired. And then I create these images in my head. You know, oh, we'll potter about in the garden, then we'll stop for a cup of tea, and then we'll put some music on, and we'll sit and we'll relax, and then we'll start again, and we'll do little jobs. So that I'm already like getting my mind ready for that moment in my life, because I know fine I will struggle with it. But if I've got a plan and I'm looking forward to those sort of moments, then I know fine it won't be as bad as I think it will be. Does that make sense? Anyway, I don't know how I got onto that when I'm talking about sideboard, but yeah, the sideboard is going to be a really good addition to the house. It needs a bit of TLC. There's a bit of damage on the top that just needs sanded down and re-oiled. The plan was maybe to do that today before taking it in situ. That was Steve's idea, because obviously I would have to take it back out to do. But I have got so much to get caught up with inside, because we have just gotten over, we're clear, completely clear of COVID. We've just gotten over it. As you can probably tell, I'm still a little bit choked up, but I'm negative, and we're clear, we're way past the window. I would never have gone and picked this up if I wasn't. But horrendous. Steve actually was not so bad. He had a bad cold, bit of flu-like symptoms, and didn't feel well. I mean, he was rotten, and was on his Lemsips all the time. However, I was just absolutely floored. But I was the same with the injections, with the vaccines. Steve was fine, didn't feel anything with the vaccines. I was really ill with the vaccines. So I do think it's just your immune system and how your body deals with it. I would not have liked to have had that without a vaccine. Oh my word, like really bad. My muscles were probably the worst. The brain fog, like not really understanding things, saying the wrong things, not being able to get words out, not being able to form sentences, misunderstanding things. Like Steve would ask me to do something or whatever, and I would not understand what he was meaning. Just, yeah, really bad. Even replying to text messages and not really understanding what I was replying to. Yeah, just really, really bad. So I don't fancy that. And also, I'm so used to speaking fast and thinking fast, and I struggled not being able to do that. That was probably the worst. Steve got a bit of peace though. I joked with him saying, you know, on Sunday I couldn't even speak. I was just surviving, like actually just surviving. So I think it's definitely, definitely give him a little bit of a break from the constant Lynn. I'm not that bad. Honest, not that bad. But it did give him a bit of a break from me constantly asking questions. So, oh, can we do this? Why don't we do this? Oh, this would be a good idea. You know, so I gave him a little bit of a break from that, because I literally couldn't speak. I just couldn't do anything. It was horrible. So I totally feel for people that I'm fit and healthy, relatively young, under 40, just. And I really, found it quite hard going. So hats off to anyone who was suffering with it, with an ailment. Not pleasant at all. Anyway, I'm home. Better go inside and get little bits and bobs done before I go and pick the children up from school. And then it's an exciting weekend this weekend. I will probably take you with me. I'm not sure. We're going to the Portsoy Boat Festival on the Saturday. But the day before that, we're going to Ed Sheeran. It was children's Christmas presents was tickets to see Ed Sheeran. So that's on Friday night. And then on Saturday is the Portsoy Boat Festival. And then Sunday, we are going up to visit one of my besties, Laura, who's 40. And we're going to go up and see her. And then we've got something very exciting happening on the Sunday night. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be telling you about it in this vlog. Could be this vlog. Yeah, probably will be this vlog. But something very exciting is happening on Sunday night. You probably guessed already because I put it on stories with a guess what's happening, and everyone got it, and everyone was 100% right. So we'll you'll probably guess, and I guarantee I'll probably use that picture as like my thing for this video. Probably. Anyway, I'm going to go inside and get bits and bobs done before school pickup, and then wait till Steve comes home to lift this out with me when he comes back from work. So I'm just going to walk down to the school and pick the children up, and then we can have a nice meander home. There'll be no rush, which is quite nice. So yeah, I'm going to go and empty out my bag of goodies in the front seat This is my lovely bag that I got for being a bridesmaid at Katie and Stuart's wedding. Got a beautiful bow, and I use it for everything, which is so good. Yeah, so I had my lunch and my snacks and everything in it for the journey down, but it was actually quite a nice place. I forget, Steve and I, when we first started dating, I lived in Glasgow and he lived in Aberdeen, so every second weekend I did pretty much that journey. You know, a little bit further to Glasgow, but pretty much that journey every Friday, and then back on the Monday morning before work, get up early and headed down. So we pretty much, it used to be like a normal thing. And I remember when I moved up to here, and I said to Steve, now that used to just be a given, you know, getting on the road and going down. I said, now that we're up here, we have to make a point of doing that trip just for a weekend, just for the sake of it, because we used to do it every second weekend about. And it's funny how it becomes a long journey after you're not doing it as like a standard. It starts to become a really long journey, and quite a far away distance. But I went down and did it today and back up, and totally fine. It's funny how your perspective changes and how things just alter. Anyway, we're going back down the road to Glasgow on Friday for Ed Sheeran anyway, so we'll be back on that same road again. And I dread to think of this month's fuel bill. But that's petrol prices, isn't it? It's just crazy, absolutely crazy. I never fill up half a tank because I just don't see the point. But the prices on the way down the road, I was like, I'll just put in £80. Half a tank instead. Anyway, I'm going to head off. I've said that I don't know how many times, but I will. And I will speak to you all probably tomorrow. We are down in Glasgow to see Ed Sheeran. It's Friday night. It is glorious weather, a little bit windy, but we've arrived in good time. Gonna head in, rush it a little bit, but it's just like us. So we're going to go and find the West Stand and then head in from there. Now, I've spent a fortune on programmes and t-shirts, and we're now sitting, waiting for Ed to come on. It's gonna be a good night. Look at all the people. Just fantastic.
Can't believe someone like me is here with somebody like you. There's something about you and I know why. I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's in your smile and in your feet. It's high and low and in between. And I am glad to let you know, but only if you give me a kiss. Yeah, it's no secret at all. It's so obvious to all of us. Yeah, you're perfect, from the way you laugh to the way you behave when you're mad. So perfect. When I see you dance, spin my world around and around. Ooh, I know that you're worth it. Ooh, 'cause girl, you're perfect, amazing. That I'm kissing you, it's not what you expect from someone so perfect. When we go out, it's always fun. You pick me up when I am down, and that's just one of many things that makes me believe that you're a dream. Yeah, it's no secret at all. It's so obvious to all of us. Yeah, you're perfect, from the way you laugh to the way you behave when you're mad. So perfect. When I see you dance, spin my world around and around. Ooh, I know that you're worth it. Ooh.
Snippet of it, a little bit. Oh, yeah, taster.
A little bit of taster, yeah. Yeah. There's whiskey, there's gin, there's scotch, there's coffee, there's ice cream, anything you need, it's all around there.
Yeah, you're perfect, from the way you laugh to the way you behave when you're mad. So perfect. When I see you dance, spin my world around and around. Yeah, you're perfect, from the way you laugh to the way you behave when you're mad. So perfect.
So we're here at Birdseye Boat Festival. We try and come every year. Obviously it hasn't been on because of COVID. Dressed in my most boat-like outfit. The sun is shining. We are just walking around to go meet our family. My mum came from Birdseye originally, and my granddad's lorries, well, obviously they're not his lorries anymore. My granddad's Barclay Transport are still round beside towards the graveyard. So we're going to head round there just now and meet everyone, and then get a picture of all the second cousins in front of the lorries. So we're going to head there just now, and then take in the rest of the festival. We just witnessed the raft race, as you just saw. And then we'll get the rest of it for the rest of the afternoon. Granda's lorry's all clean and looking lovely. That's why Barclay's called Barclay. It's like that. That's obviously the last name. My mum's maiden name is Barclay. Look at them looking so good. Great day yesterday at the boat festival. Thankfully we went yesterday because it was glorious sunshine. It was a bit cold in the wind. There was a little bit of a wind chill factor, but the sun was shining and it was ice cream weather. Whereas today it's raining. Perfect day to be in the car because we are heading up to pick up a puppy. So quite a few of you guessed right on Instagram. We are picking up a little black Labrador gun dog, and we're calling her Evie. So we're just heading there to get her now. Very, very excited, but I must admit, I'm really nervous. Really, really nervous. Never owned a dog before, don't know what it's like to own a dog. What happens if I hate it? Like, lots of worrying things. Yeah, but I know it's the right thing for our family. We're all very looking forward to having Evie join our family. We'll still be a family of 4 with a dog, but we're looking forward to having her in the house. I think it's just going to be amazing, but I am really nervous. We're 30 minutes away from picking her up, so the next time I will be on, you'll probably see me with a puppy. She's been lying on her back, sound asleep, aren't you? Yes, you are. That was a busy morning. It's a shame we weren't sitting there, because I could have had a snooze too. Yes, I could have. Let's cover your bits. Let's cover your bits up. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Good job. So much for making sure I get in her crate to sleep. She fell asleep mid-play as I'm rubbing her tummy. We'll get there, won't we? We'll get there. You're just adorable. Yes, you are. Good girl. Good girl. Good job. Good job. Is that good fun? Is that good fun? Sound asleep at the vet. She's away to get an injection now though, so that might change.
Yes.
She's still sound asleep after the drive home from the vets. Oh, are you waking up now? Are you waking up now? Am I speaking? Have I stopped? Let's get inside. This thing's so handy. We'll have it flat for when she's lying down, but you can have it as a backpack. And she can sit at the bottom here and look at the top. It's very cute. But it's been great. It's been ideal for putting in and out. She's not going to last long on it, obviously, because she's getting big. Yes, you are. But it's been ideal for the first little while of having her home. So content there, like. She did so well at the vets. Yes, she did. She actually fell asleep on the table. She was getting done. But she did a really, really good job. She had her first vaccinations and then we're back in 2 weeks' time for her next ones. She's quite happy just sitting in here. You not want to come out? Yes, you're going to come out? Hello? Okay, so this looks totally ridiculous. She was lying flat, which is why she's still got her vet bed in there on the back wall. She likes to snuggle against it, so I've left it in. But we are away for a walk, aren't we, Evie? Because Grace at Taekwondo. Steve isn't back from work yet, so I've got an hour to wait. So since Evie can't actually go for a walk yet, I'm going to take her for a walk in here. We'll open up the lid so you can see. Okay, let's open this up for a second. Open this up and you can pop your head out. Want to pop your head out? Hello. Hi. You can look at me when we go for a walk. That's it. You want to have a look? You turn around then. And you can look. That's it. We're going to go for a walk. Yeah, so she had her first injections today, but she obviously can't be around other dogs just now until her 2 weeks after, 1 week after her second vaccinations. So we are going to just go for a walk and keep you up above where any other dogs would have been. Is that cute? You look super cute. Look at the camera. Where's the camera? Yeah, good girl. You're going to be a YouTube dog. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. This is nice. We're in the, this is your first forest, isn't it? Yeah, let's go for a walk then. Yes, I'm still here. I'm still here. Good girl. Just takes the weight off because she's quite heavy once you hold her for a while. Obviously it looks ridiculous and I wouldn't be doing this once she's a certain size, but because she can't go down, I can't carry her for a walk and she doesn't want to stay in the hot car, obviously. So this is ideal for just now. Yes, this will be the last one as well. This will be the only one that you have to do this for because then it'll be the holidays, won't it? Yes, you're a darling. Right, let's go. I'm going to put my phone away so that I can use both hands to cuddle you. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. This is good fun. This is exciting. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You dreaming? She is feeling the heat today. She's lying on the cold stone. Hello. Yeah, it's hot today, isn't it, darling? Yes. You keep cool on there. It's like a proper slab of coolness for you. It's a lovely sunny day today, but it's been too hot to play, hasn't it, outside? Here we come. Good girl. Here we come. Good job. Evie, sit. Evie, sit. Good girl. Okay. Evie. Come to heel. 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 rocking chair is your favourite place other than the foot of the sofa, isn't it? Is it because that's where we sit? And you want to be beside us? You're not going to fit under there for long. You're going to be too big. Yes, you are. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Am I being a pest? You're just the cutest thing. And you're not going to stay cute for long because you're going to be big. You'll still be cute, but you won't be as little and tiny. No, you won't be, and your paws won't be as small.
Hey, I've been dreaming about you. Every night I see you clear as day. It's just something about the way you make me feel. 'Cause I can't concentrate anytime you're beside me. Yeah, it's what you do to me. I can barely breathe. Hey, I've been thinking about
Evie, I really like you helping. I do like you helping, but I can't hold if you're doing that. Evie,
next
Evie,
time that I see
what you doing? Evie,
Cause I can
that's my hole.
anytime you're
Are
beside
you helping me garden?
It's what
Are you helping me to garden?
I can barely breathe.
Hey, this is my hole.
It's what you do to me. Has been circling.
How can I hold you helping my hole?
Body's giving me purpose. So just quit my job, stop wasting time, spend my days with you. It's what you do. It's what you do.
So that is them painted. I've gone over and got the bits that I didn't get the first time round. I had hoped to use a glove, you know, you put a glove and a sock over the top and then make it really easy, but that's how much paint I was working with, so I didn't really have enough, but it was enough to do all of these, and I'm going to go and do the windowsill, not the windowsill, the guttering that was missed in the greenhouse. I'm going to go and do it just now, and then I can't do the other window until Dad puts replaces the very bottom of the window. It was all rotten, but the apples are coming out in the trees, the strawberries are coming out, you can just see them there if I zoom in. Strawberries are all coming out as well. So look at the green ones. So if we get that covered with the net and then get some straw down, then they should be perfect for the summer. As you can hear, the children are having a great time in the paddling pool. Well, it's not like a paddling pool, it's one of those pools with the rims round it. So it's more like a in between a paddling pool and a pool. So I'm gonna go and paint the bit in the greenhouse, and then that'll be me done for the day. You can hear them before you see them. Don't know if that's going to be very clear, but we have got a swarm of bees in our chimney. Oh my word. Can you hear them? Oh my goodness me. Okay, so a lovely beekeeper from Colliston has come, and they're currently upstairs. You can hear probably the fire alarm, smoke alarm in the house making a noise, and that's because the plan of action is to make it an uninhabitable place for the swarm. So obviously we can't get to the queen, we can't isolate the queen and move the swarm by that means. So what we have to do is we have to smoke out the colony, and they're then going to swarm somewhere else. That's the plan anyway, fingers crossed. So now they are trying to find a new place to settle. So fingers crossed it's an accessible place and we can get the queen, so the beekeeper can take them home and get a hive full of bees, because there's a lot. It's a great colony, which is brilliant. They're moving just now, try to find somewhere else. Is good. So this is Evie's first time in our crate in the boot of the car, isn't it, my darling? We're gonna head to Aberdeen, and this side's really good because I've managed to put our cool bags, which I use for our shopping, and also one that's full of cool packs that are a way to go and buy Evie's food. But the crate fits perfectly. Steve's put these on just to make sure it protects the sides, but it fits in perfectly, and there's umbrellas and travelling rug at the side, and it's an excellent fit. And then if we do get another dog, or we can take it, there's a separator divider in the middle here that we can take out, and then she can have the full thing. So it's just ideal. And it's not fixed to the car, which means I can remove it. I always thought these things were really cruel when you had like a dog in a cage, but I didn't realise it's actually for their protection, you know, in an accident or anything. I never really thought about that. I always thought it looked really cruel, but that is her in safely, and she's settled down. Yes, does that feel nice? It's a bit hot, isn't it? We'll get some heat. I'll put the aircon on in the car so it gets nice and cool. Yes, I will.
Hey, I've been dreaming about you. Every night I see you clear as day. It's just something about the way you make me feel, 'cause I can't concentrate anytime you're beside me. Yeah, it's what you do to me. I can barely breathe. Hey, I've been thinking about you and all the words that I'm gonna say the next time that I see your pretty face, 'cause I can concentrate anytime you're beside me. Yeah, it's what you do to me. I can barely breathe. It's what you.
So the lady has successfully got the queen into the hive that's down there at the bottom. This is a lid sitting here, and you can see them all still. Let me zoom in, because I ain't getting any closer than that. See them all filtering in, but there's still some at the chimney, so we're not sure if there's a separate one in the loft. But this one definitely, she got it was massive, 2 massive balls up in the tree of bees. Just managed to get them in there. So she's coming back at 8 o'clock tonight to pick them up once they've calmed down a bit. So that was a very exciting day yesterday. We escaped, went into Aberdeen, had lunch with Mum and Dad, and then when we came back, the box was there, as you saw. So all the bees went in by the night time. There were, I say all the bees, there was a lot of bees still at the chimney, and there's still a lot upstairs in the spare bedroom. They could still smell the queen in the chimney, so there's no way we could have got them to go over, but the majority went over. The majority went across, and the lady's taken them home, and we've had an update this morning to say that the hive seems to be looking okay, but she's going to keep us posted, and we might be able to go and visit them, because Bartley was really upset because he has been researching bees for about 3-4 years and would really love to have his own hives. Barclays bees, so he would really love to have that. So when we had the swarm, and she says it's about 4 out of 10 boxes, 4 out of 10 frames, which is more than between 4 and 5 frames out of 10, so it's pretty much half a hive, and it won't take long for them to increase their hive up to that. Evie's just woken up from a sleep. Yes, she does. It's so cute, so cute. You ready to come out? She's in her crate. She just had a wee snooze. Yes, so we're getting to go and see them. But as a reward, so Bartley would love to have bees. So we're going to go to a bee thing in Afford, a bee experience. So he gets to actually see bees and, you know, learn about them more, and to put in a bee suit and that sort of thing. So we're going to go and do that as a sort of, sorry, you couldn't keep these bees sort of thing. I'm sure there'll be lots more. This is the second time we've had bees since we've been here in 10 years. So it could be the same colony. We don't actually know, because it was in our other chimney last time and it was in this chimney this time. So it could have just been that they were actually there and we didn't know, and they've migrated. We don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go and let Evie out, and I will see you on the next vlog. Love you lots. Bye.